There is a psychological weapon that does not work on everyone. It is precision targeted. It works specifically only on people who love deeply. And it is invisible from the inside until it has already done its work. It has 3 documented stages, each one clinically named, each one more devastating than the last, each one specifically designed to be mistaken for love. The first weapon is called love bombing. It arrives like the best thing that has ever happened to you. Constant attention, relentless affection, future plans in week 2. I've never felt this way about anyone. The overwhelming certainty that you have finally found your person. Here's what your brain is doing during this. Dopamine and oxytocin are releasing simultaneously, the same neurological combination that bonds a mother to a newborn. It is clinically indistinguishable from the real thing. That is not coincidence. That is the point. Love bombing is an intelligence operation. While you are feeling everything, they are learning everything. Your unmet needs, the places where you felt invisible, unchosen, not enough. And they are filling each one deliberately, strategically, before the relationship has been tested by time or difficulty. By the time the warmth stops, and it always stops, you are already chemically bonded to someone you have not yet seen clearly. That is when the second weapon activates. The second weapon explains why people stay long after they know they should leave. And it is stronger than the first. Trauma bonding. Identified by researcher Patrick Carnes in 1997. Confirmed by Cambridge University research in 2025. The mechanism: intermittent reinforcement. Cruelty, then warmth. Coldness, then affection. Criticism, then adoration. Unpredictable, irregular, cycling without warning. Your brain responds exactly the way it responds to gambling. The same dopamine pathway. Research shows unpredictable rewards produce behaviors 4 times more persistent than consistent ones. And here's the part that changes how you see everything. The bond doesn't form to the love. It forms to the relief of the cruelty ending. You are not bonding to a person. You are bonding to the feeling of danger becoming safety, over and over. This is why leaving feels like withdrawal, because neurologically, it is. This is why you remember the best version of them with an intensity that feels irrational. Your brain cataloged those moments as survival, as the reward that came after the threat. You were not weak for staying. You were running on a documented neurological process that no one warned you about and no one taught you to recognize. Save this video. The third weapon is the one most people never recognize while it's happening, because it is specifically designed to feel like love. Coercive control, documented by Professor Evan Stark, criminalized in the UK in 2015. It doesn't start with control, it starts with preferences. One particular friend of yours, they don't seem right for you. Strong opinions about where you go, who you see, when you're available. They need to know where you are, always, because they worry, because you matter to them. Each instance is individually explainable, reasonable, even loving, but across months, across years, something that clinical psychologists call identity erosion occurs. Your preferences become theirs. Your friendships reduce to the ones they approved of. Your self-trust quietly transfers to their validation. You stop knowing what you think until you've checked with them first. A 2023 meta-analysis confirmed that coercive control produces psychological damage equivalent to PTSD, without a single instance of physical harm, because coercive control doesn't need to hurt the body. It dismantles the self, and it is disguised, at every stage, as love. Now, here is what almost no one talks about. These 3 weapons are not used separately. They are used in sequence, and together, they are capable of dismantling a person's entire identity. Love bombing builds the bond before your defenses have formed. You arrive believing in this person completely. Trauma bonding deepens that bond under pressure. Every painful cycle, followed by warmth, makes you more attached, not less. Not because you're damaged, because that is what the human brain does under intermittent reinforcement. Coercive control then removes, piece by piece, the version of you that would have walked away. The confidence, the friendships, the self-trust, until the person most capable of leaving no longer exists in the same form. In sequence, these 3 weapons can change someone's entire sense of self in under 2 years. And the person living through it doesn't experience it as an attack. They experience it as a relationship with unusually intense highs and lows. Research on how manipulative personalities select partners found something that reframes this entirely. They do not choose randomly. They specifically target people with the highest capacity to love, because those people carry the strongest loyalty, the greatest ability to see the best in someone, and the deepest resistance to walking away. Your capacity to love deeply was not a weakness. It was selected, deliberately, as a weapon against you. The cruelest truth about this entire system: the person deploying these weapons was never in love with you. They were in love with what love makes you do: the waiting, the forgiving, the staying, the shrinking, the devotion you were willing to give, not you. The control your devotion provided. If watching this felt like reading your own life, I want you to hear this clearly. The fact that this worked on you does not mean you were naive or weak. It means you were precisely the kind of person these weapons were engineered for. The ones who feel deeply, the ones who love well, the ones who try. That's not a failure. That's who they were looking for. Save this. Share it with someone who needs to hear it. Because the people who most need this information are the ones who least expect it applies to them. Thank you for watching, and if you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. This is Reality Flip. I flip a new reality every single day.